Hello. So this is an update on CAMH funding. Um, I should have made this uh, 2 months ago. I apologize. It's a bit late, but I've had a second appointment at CAMH. It's been about 7 months, I guess, since my first one. No, it's been longer than that, maybe 8. And this was sort of a 6-month follow-up appointment, just so that they can see that I'm still doing what I'm doing, um, whatever that means. And there is a new doctor. So, folks who are familiar with Maxine Peterson, she has left CAMH now, and there is a new doctor who is, I have it on good authority, namely my grandmother. This doctor is, she's where it's at. She's on our side. So, Um, if you've been staying away from CAMH because you're worried about their doctors and their process, uh, it might be time to start thinking about maybe going if you're really wanting to qualify for surgery funding. Now I know that they're in the process of also the government of approving other clinics such as maybe St. Mike's or Sherborne um, to be able to take part in that process. So if you're a client of them, then you can go through whatever the process is there. However, until that's finalized, if you're waiting around and you don't want to wait any longer, I would recommend going to CAMH, making an appointment there. Um, this doctor that they got now, this new doctor, was a facilitator for a trans a parent group. Sorry, not trans parents, but parents of trans people or family of trans people, to sort of just give them the resources, get them accustomed, and tell them, um, try to explain to them, and just make sure that they can live well and treat their family well, their family who is trans. So she was running that for, I think, she did some 12-week intensive thing where parents went sort of every week, and one of the sessions was happening when I came out to my father and my grandmother. My grandmother is now 85. I think she was 83 or 82 at the time, and my dad took her to this workshop for 12 weeks. And my grandmother really loved the facilitator, really loved this doctor. She talks about her all the time. It's been really amazing to have my grandmother in my life uh, as I go through transition. She's really supportive, and I don't doubt that this doctor helped out with that, a bit of understanding, a bit of explaining that I wouldn't have to do, that might be painful for me to do otherwise. So, um, and the doctor also, when I went, uh, she was very helpful in sort of explaining to me just voluntarily. I didn't even have to ask her about this, but she's like, "Have you, do you know what the process is to to get funding right now if you want to get, say, chest surgery from specific clinics? There's like a different sort of, um, I guess, funding scheme available for different clinics. And right now, it's the clinic in Montreal that is um, the the surgeon in Montreal runs it in a way that your chest surgery is covered, and also your chest contouring is covered. But there's different clinics, including the one in Mississauga, where the chest contouring is not covered, although it is kind of a necessary part of the surgery. And she was telling me that it's not an insignificant price either. So if you went to another clinic where the chest contouring wasn't covered, you would pay, maybe a couple hundred for the surgery, but that would be covered. So you wouldn't be paying that if you got approval for funding, then the government would be OHIP would be covering that. But the chest contouring, you would have to cover yourself for, um, you know, maybe 5,000. So, like she said, it's not an insignificant amount of the cost, and I was really shocked to hear that, as it does seem to be a necessary part of the procedure, but for some reason it's not covered in certain clinics. So she's been sort of doing her own research on this and just volunteered it to me, which was really helpful and more than I could have asked for. So, or that I would have, more than I would have expected to get. Anyways, we deserve to be able to ask for those things, obviously. Um, but yeah, so that's just the update. If you want to go and you've been waiting for CAMH to get a little bit more liberated, I think now is the time. I think it's happening. Just from my personal and my family experience. So, getting the thumbs up from Kenji. And that's it for my update. So, yeah, thanks for listening, and I hope this was useful information.